Imagine waking up on your 40th birthday, feeling a sense of accomplishment and peace. You pour your coffee, ready to start your day. But then, you glance at your bank account and a stark reality hits you. You realize something that completely defies everything you've ever been taught about personal finance. You realize that you never have to save another penny for retirement. Not a single cent. You can spend every dollar you earn from your job on your better. And you will still retire a millionaire at 65.
This isn't real.
And it is not an inheritance. Most people spend their entire lives grinding, trying to save 50% of their income because they think the line is schlange. But the math says the finish line is actually a date. And if you have enough invested by that date, gravity takes over. Your money starts working for you, not the other way around. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to calculate if you have already crossed that line without even knowing it. This isn't about complex theories. We are going to walk through the exact formulas. No spreadsheets required, just logic to figure out your coast number. It's simpler than you think. This might be the highest ROI 30 minutes you spend this year, because realizing you are done saving is a lot cheaper than continuing. If you want to see more deep dives like this, do me a favor and subscribe. It helps the channel, but more importantly, it helps you stop trading time for money unnecessarily. Let's get into the numbers. We're going to dismantle the traditional approach and reveal a path to true financial liberation. It's about understanding the mechanics. Let's start with the myth we all live by. Traditional financial advice operates on a scarcity mindset. It tells you that retirement is a massive, scary number. Let's say $2 million, and you are currently at zero, or maybe $100,000. The gap between where you are and where you need to be. So the advice is always the same. Save more, cut coupons, stop drinking latte, and hustle until you are 65. The assumption is that you must actively push the boulder up the hill every single day until the very moment you retire. If you stop pushing, the boulder rolls back down and crushes you. That is the traditional fire path too. Financial independence, retire early, usually demands extreme sacrifice, but that model ignores the most powerful force in finance, which is time. It overlooks the incredible potential of compound interest, which can do the heavy lifting for you. Coast Fire changes the physics of that boulder. The core idea is that your money works harder than you do, but only after it reaches a critical. Think of your portfolio like a snowball. At the beginning, you have to pack the snow with your bare hands. It is slow, cold work. But Coast Fire is the moment you push that snowball over the edge of a very long hill. Once it goes over the edge, the hill, which is compound interest over time, adds the snow for you. The math is simply calculating how big the snowball needs to be. If you have enough invested at age 30 or 40, and you just let it sit growing at 7% annually, it will grow into your. You are coasting on the momentum of your past decisions. This is the essence of Coast Fire, setting yourself up for future. Here is why most people fail to use this strategy even when they have the money. It feels incredibly reckless to stop saving. If I tell you that at age 40 you can stop contributing to your 401k and spend that cash on a better car or a sabbatical, your brain screams. But Coast Fire isn't about being reckless, it is about being precise. It's about understanding your financial trajectory form decision. It is realizing that oversaving has a cost too. The cost is you are not living today. It is the financial equivalent of continuing to fill a gas tank that is already overflowing. You aren't getting further down the road, so the solution requires us to execute two specific calculations. These calculations will give us clarity and a new perspective on our financial. First, we need to know exactly what full looks like for you. That is, your traditional fire number. This is your ultimate goal, the amount you need to be truly independent. Second, we need to calculate the present value of that number based on your age. This is where the magic happens. We're essentially looking at what your future needs translate to in today's money. We are going to run the compound interest formula backwards. Instead of asking, what will my savings be worth in 20 years? We ask, once you have that number, you have a new goalpost. And I promise you, that goalpost is a lot closer than you think. Let's look at the first step, defining the destination. Before we calculate your number, I needed most people to ruins Slister Dawn. If you think a bar dollar shirt how long, $1 million years will not $1 million today. If we have average inflation of 3%, in 25 years you will need $2 million just to buy what $1 million buys right now. Only Alex speaks and lip syncs. We can either adjust our expected returns down to account for inflation using real returns, meaning the growth of your money after inflation is accounted for. This lets us think in today's dollars, which is the only way our brains can actually process value. Step 1 is finding your traditional FIRE number. This is the total pot of money you need at age 65 to never work again. The standard rule of thumb here is the 4% rule. The theory goes that you can withdraw 4% of your portfolio in the first year of retirement. To find this number, you take your desired annual retirement spending and divide it by 0.04, or an easier way to do the mental math. If you want to spend $50,000 a year in retirement, 50,000 times 25 is 1.25 million. This is your finish line. Now be careful with that spending input. Most people just use their current salary, but that is a mistake. In retirement, your expenses will likely change significantly. You likely won't have a mortgage, you won't be saving for retirement anymore, which removes a huge chunk of your budget. You won't have commuting costs. On the flip side, healthcare might cost more. For the sake of our example today, let's stick with that $50,000 annual spend. This simplifies our calculations for now. Sure. In many parts of the world, a paid-off house and 50 grand a year provides a very comfortable middle-class life. So we are locking in our target. Traditional advice says you need to clear out that bond. How far that powerful amount? I should mention that the 4% rule is a guideline, not a law of physics. Some conservative investors prefer a 3.5% withdrawal rate, which means but the math we are doing today works regardless of your multiplier. The key is just having that firm future value number. For our working example, we are locking in $1.25 million as the future value we need to hit by age 65. Now, let's find out how much of that it's. Now I know what the skeptics are thinking. Tom, what if the market doesn't return severant? That is, fallads are lower. If we drop the assumption to a conservative 5% real return, the math changes. 1.05 to the 25th power is about 3. The result? Roughly $370,000. So the range for a 40-year-old wanting a middle-class retirement. Let's say you earn $80,000 a year and you are saving $20,000 of it for retirement. The day you hit co-fire, that $20,000, you can use it to work fewer hours, taking a pay cut to $60,000. Or you can keep the job and blow that $20,000 on travel. You only need to earn enough to cover your current lifestyle. You are no longer building wealth. You are just maintaining your existence. This leads us to the most important chart you will ever visualize. It's the multiplier by age. The reason Coastfire works so well at 40 is...
But if you are 30, you have 35 years to grow. The multiple jumps to over 10. Every dollar invested at 30.
To hit that same $1.25 million target, a 25-year-old only needs about $85,000 invested. Let's go back to our 40-year-old protagonist. Let's call him Dave. Dave has been maxing out his 401k and IRA since he was 30. He wants to become a carpenter, but carpentry only pays enough to cover his bills, not to save for retirement. Under traditional rules, Dave is stressed. But under Coast rules, Dave is actually overfunded. His Coast number for a $50,000 to retirement is $276,000. He can quit the corporate job tomorrow, take the carpentry gig, save statistically, he will still arrive at age 65. Because Dave has $300,000 and he only needed $276,000, he has a safety buffer of $24,000. If the market drops 10% next year, Dave is still roughly on track. This illustrates the Coastfire mindset. It changes the question from how do I get rich to how do I want to spend my days. This is the profound shift in perspective that Coastfire offers. It's about living intentionally. If you want to be Dave, here is the protocol. Open a spreadsheet. Column A is years 1 to 25. Column B is your portfolio balance. Usually people find they are only 3 or 4 years away from Coastfire, even if they are 15 years away from traditional FIRE. We have to address the risks before you hand in your resignation letter. The biggest risk is lifestyle creep. We assume Dave spends $50,000. If his spending requirement jumps to $80,000, his FIRE number jumps to $2 million, and his Coast number at age... This strategy requires a cap on your desires. If you can't commit to a spending cap, you can't commit to coasting. It's about discipline. Coastfire is not about never working again. It is about never needing to save again. It decouples your labor from your future security. The math is simple algebra. The execution is simple discipline. The result is freedom, decades earlier than you expected. I want to know where you stand on this. Does the idea of stopping contributions at 40 feel liberating to you? Or does it feel terrifying? Drop a comment below with your question. If you found this breakdown useful, hit the like button so the algorithm shows it to more people who are oversaving and underliving. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, financial freedom isn't just a dream, it's a mathematical reality. The Coast Fire strategy offers a liberating alternative to traditional retirement planning. It empowers you to redefine your financial goals. By understanding your Coast number, you can identify the precise point where your investments, fueled by compound interest, can grow to. This means you can potentially stop actively saving for retirement decades earlier than conventionally advised, freeing up your current income for other lives. The key is to accurately calculate your traditional FIRE number, which is the total amount you need to be financially independent. And then this approach accounts for inflation, ensuring that your future purchasing power is preserved. It shifts the focus from an ever-increasing savings target to a fixed, achievable milestone. The emotional discipline required to trust the math and stop saving once you hit your Coast number is often the hardest part. However, money has diminishing returns on happiness. Oversaving can lead to regret, as you sacrifice valuable time. The Coast Fire strategy encourages you to define enough and then redirect your efforts towards living a fulfilling life. To implement this, start by calculating your traditional FIRE number using the 4% rule. Then, use the compound interest formula in reverse. This will give you your Coast number to the amount you need to have invested today for your money to grow on its own to your full retirement goal. The extra money you would have saved can now be used to enhance your current life, pursue new ventures, or simply reduce your working hours. However, be mindful of lifestyle creep. Coast Fire assumes a relatively fixed lifestyle. If your spending increases significantly after hitting your Coast number, you may find yourself underfunded again. This strategy requires a cap on your desires and a commitment to your chosen spending level. It's about conscious consumption.
The ultimate goal of Coast Fire is not to stop working, but to stop needing to work. It's about achieving financial security that frees you from the
This profound shift in mindset allows you to take calculated risks, simply work less, knowing that your future self is financially. The math is simple, but the execution requires emotional discipline. It's about trusting the power of compound interest and having the courage. Now, let's dive into the practical steps to calculate your Coast number and begin your journey to financial freedom. First, determine your desired annual retirement spending in today's dollars. Be honest and realistic about the lifestyle.
Next, calculate your traditional FIRE number by multiplying your desired annual spending by 25. This gives you the total nest egg you'd.
Then, choose a realistic real return rate for your investments, typically around 7% for a diversified portfolio after inflation. Finally, use the compound interest formula in reverse to calculate the present value of your FIRE number. This is your Coast number, the amount you need to have saved to. Once you reach your Coast number, you are financially free from the obligation to save. You can then reallocate your income to pursue passions. This strategy is about intentional living and recognizing that your time is your most valuable asset. It's about finding the balance between. Embrace the Coast Fire mindset, calculate your number, and start living a life of greater freedom and purpose. Your future self will thank you for the smart decisions you make today. This is not just about money, it's about reclaiming your time and designing a life that truly fulfills you. It's about making your money work for your life, not the other way around. The journey to Coast Fire is a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. It challenges traditional notions of success. So take the first step today. Calculate your Coast number, understand your financial landscape, and start making your line with you. This is not about deprivation or extreme frugality. It's about smart financial planning that maximizes your present enjoyments. Imagine the possibilities. Pursuing a passion project, spending more time with loved ones, traveling the world, or simply enjoying more. The Coast Fire strategy is a testament to the power of early investment and the magic of compound interest. Don't let fear or traditional dogma hold you back from exploring this powerful path. The numbers don't lie, and they can. Take control of your financial narrative. Calculate your Coast number, share your insights, and inspire others to embark on their own journey to finance. This is your opportunity to break free from the endless cycle of work and save, and instead, create a life where your money works for you. The Coast Fire strategy is more than just a financial plan. It's a philosophy for living. It's about discipline. By embracing Coast Fire, you're not just securing your financial future. You're investing in your happiness, your well-being, and your freedoms. So what are you waiting for? The path to financial freedom is clearer than ever. Take action. Calculate your coast number. This is your chance to break free from the golden handcuffs of traditional employment and create a life where your time is truly your own. The Coast Fire strategy is a powerful reminder that financial independence is not just for the ultra-rich, it's an achievement. By front-loading your savings in your early career, you harness the incredible power of compound interest, allowing your money to grow exponentially over time. This frees you from the constant pressure of the rat race and opens up a world of possibilities for how you spend your most valuable. Remember, the goal is not just to accumulate wealth, but to use that wealth to create the life you truly desire. So take the leap. Calculate your coast number, embrace the power of front-loading, and start living a life of greater freedom and purpose. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead, design a life where your financial security is secure. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of. This is your opportunity to break free from the endless cycle of work and save, and instead, where your financial security is missing. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead, design a life where your financial security is passively built. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future, So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of, allowing you. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead design a life where your financial security is passively. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. It offers a clear, actionable. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead, design a life where your financial security is. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of, allowing you to focus on what truly. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead design a life where your financial security is past. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial plans. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead, design a life where your financial security is passively built. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of, allowing you to focus. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead design a life where your financial security is passively built. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. It offers. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead design a life where your financial security is. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. It offers a clear. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead, design a life where your financial security is. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power your career, your lifestyle, and your future, knowing financial foundation is. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of, allowing you to fashion. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead, design a life where your financial security is. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future, knowing that your financial. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead, design a life where your financial security is. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning. By understanding your coast number, you gain the power to make informed decisions about your career, your lifestyle, and your future, knowing that your financial foundation. So don't delay. Calculate your coast number today and start envisioning a life where your financial future is taken care of. This is your invitation to step off the treadmill of endless work and saving, and instead design a life where your financial security is passively built. The Coast Fire strategy is a game changer for anyone feeling trapped by the demands of traditional financial planning.